Hey guys, it's Liat. Welcome back to Behavior Bitches this week. I am excited for today's show, and I have someone very special who does not feel special because I've literally canceled 5 million times. However, you are special to me, guest. And before
I
I
love
tell
this.
you, she's already talking. She's so excited. And before I tell you about this guest, a lot of you guys know her well. I got to do a review of the day because that's how I keep myself coming on to this show every time. Also, by the way, where the F are the reviews? You guys have not been pulling, what's the word? Pulling out? No. You guys have not been doing your part. That's what it is. You guys have not been doing your part and going and leaving 5-star reviews. I need 5-star reviews to keep going, and then I'll keep putting this out that you guys can keep learning along the way. So go leave 5-star reviews in the Apple Podcast app. But now on Spotify, you could also leave nice stuff. So that's cool. All right, here we got a 5-star review. Thank you. This is from HM Blum 16. Thank you for making this stressful time of studying for the board so much fun. I recently finished your 30-day video collective, and I felt like you were my best friend. By the end of it, not gonna lie, was a little sad when it was over, despite the brain fatigue. ABA doesn't have to be dense and boring, and you sure make sure it's not. Thank you for being so freaking fun and real. Keep putting out more episodes. Love you, mean it. Danielle, you don't really get to. Oh, sorry. Now I told you who the guest was. Oh, well, you don't really get to hear these often. You are teaching with me every week, but you don't get to hear these that people are always saying, like, what a difference the courses that we do make for them. And by the way, that was me telling you guys today's special guest is none other than Danielle. Danielle,
Yay!
Danielle is here with me. We have been meaning to put out an episode for a very long time, and I just feel too comfortable with her. And I love canceling.
You do love to cancel.
So it's like, oh, it's just Danielle. I could cancel. So, and then I didn't like it's nothing against you. You know that, right? It's just that
Yeah,
you're easy to cancel with.
that makes me feel really special that I'm easy to cancel with.
You're probably happy half the time too. Don't you love when someone cancels? Let's be
It
honest.
depends on what it is, though. Like, I want to do this.
Oh, okay.
So,
So not really. Okay, I got it. All right, guys. So if you don't know who Danielle is, a little bit about Danielle. If you've been in the collective, you might notice that she is there teaching every Monday and Wednesday night. Danielle and I get to hang out twice a week. Monday and Wednesday nights, we are teaching the collective. And I'm going to give a little, I have an actual bio for Danielle here, but I'm going to give a little bit of my own off the cuff bio.
oh, okay.
Danielle is, I have to tell you, I've never seen someone who shows the fuck up. Okay. This is for anything that she does or commits to, whether I'm involved in it or not. I mean, it's nice having her, in regards to working together because Danielle shows up. Like I have never known, and I should be knocking on wood. I don't know if I have anything wood around here on this new sexy set, by the way. What do you think, Danielle?
It is very sexy. It is a vibe.
We are leveling up. Okay.
I
Snap of this
this.
year, we had like one of the main goals, like we are going to take this podcast seriously. So the space is looking more serious. But Danielle shows up and Danielle has more hours in her day than anyone else. And when I say this, like I'm not kidding. A lot of you guys may know Danielle because she has been your tutor.
Yes.
Danielle knows this Cooper book backward and forward and could school me any day in the book, but which is cool because Danielle actually was a student of mine. So like when you could school the teacher, that's the real goal that we're going for here. So I'm only too proud that to have you on the team, Danielle.
Definitely a pat on the back to you for sure.
Well, I mean, you've taken it way above and beyond me, but which is cool. But that means like maybe I ignited the passion. I don't know. We'll take it from there.
Exactly.
But whatever it was.
That was really nice of you. I'm surprised that you went that nice, to
To
be
start?
honest.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
I
worry.
didn't know where it was gonna
Don't
go.
worry, honey. That's just like I'm starting off sweet. I'm pairing before I'm about to bust in here. Don't
I
worry.
love this.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Danielle. Danielle is Danielle actually lives really close to me, okay? But also far. Like, Dallas is where it's at. She's in Fort Worth, like, a little more, like, country-esque. Um, when you live in Dallas, like, you think everything else is the country, by the way, but
It's like 40-ish minutes. It's not a bad drive.
Danielle drives a blue Bronco,
I do.
for anyone
Sexy.
who's wondering, like, bright blue, not that, like, little muted one. Um, Danielle, I'm gonna give this, like, I feel like nothing about you and I is formal, so, like, me giving this formal bio feels weird, but we'll do it. Um, Danielle earned her master's in special ed with a focus in applied behavior analysis from Texas Tech. She wrote "Go Red Raiders." Cute, okay, "Go Red Raiders." For the past 5 years, she's been living her dream as a BCBA, which is really cool to hear also because we hear so many people like I actually, the past few guests I've had on are people who are like, "I love being a BCBA," which is amazing, and Danielle, I always say people ask me questions about different I'm like, "Let me ask Danielle," like, when it comes to different behavioral things, just because like, she gets it. She's a BCBA in public schools, so that is different than a lot of people that we hear. She is a public school BCBA, she'll tell you more about that. And she has been working with Study Notes with us over here, Study Notes ABA. How long have you been
This will be 5 years.
That's wild. 5
I
years,
know.
5 years. And before that, Danielle spent 7 years as a special education teacher supporting students with autism. So we have that in common. We both were special ed teachers, and we always, like, say, like, we think it's like a superpower, like, if you're a teacher first and then BCBA. Like, it definitely,
Oh,
like, adds to your ability to, like, really understand how to use the science. So, Danielle has a fun fact for us here. She passed her BCBA exam, which I didn't know when I read this outline right before. That's how I roll, I read it right before I get on here. I'm like, "You passed your BCBA exam on a leap year, so she only officially gets to celebrate every 4 years, which makes it extra special." Wouldn't that be cool if you only had to do 32 CEUs every 4 years?
right? I know.
Like, yeah, that'd be cool.
They don't really care that it was a leap year.
Like, I mean, that would be what'd they do, just, like, the day before?
Yeah, so I pass on the 29th and then every or whatever the day is, and then it doesn't happen the next year. So, but I just get it. It's just due. It doesn't matter. They just still make me
You
do my
should see if,
CEUs.
like, they'd make you do it. Like, you should just, like, not do your CEUs and see what happens.
No, ma'am.
Why? You just took the test again. You're literally studying harder than anyone I know all the time.
I am studying all the time, to be honest.
But
I will not. No, thank you. I took that test
I
many a
I
time.
even though we're teaching it all the time, isn't it, like, still, like, your fear to be like, "If I take that again?"
Yeah.
Like, I
Yes.
still like, I could, like, help people do it. I'm like, "I don't know if I'd pass." I mean, hopefully. I mean, we're doing it all the time. I don't know. But,
I would like to think so. I feel like at this point it's hard because you have additional knowledge. So then it also makes it difficult to just like take a test.
like, I'd be, like,
So,
writing them feedback on the questions. Like, I'd be that
right.
person in the
You
comment section on the test,
you
which
ran
we
out of
always tell
time
people
because
no one reads. Yeah,
you're too busy filling out feedback.
exactly. Alright, so, Danielle, formally, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here and officially like made it to the podcast. I mean, I
Yeah,
have
you
done one
basically made it. You've been like so let me tell you a little about Danielle. I've also been, like, threatening her job for the last, I guess, 5 years, if that's how long she's
Oh
been
my
with us.
gosh, no, I would say you've been threatening my job in collective at least 3 years in a row.
So, like, I like to do these things with, like, people who, like, work with SNABA, but especially Danielle, like, make them feel, like, threatened. Actually, it's really just Danielle, to be honest. It's like,
It is just
"Hey, do
me.
a good job at this." Like, "This could cost you your job. If Danielle doesn't know this answer right now, like, her job's on the line. Everyone, like, if you do not send me an email saying why I should keep Danielle, Danielle will no longer be with us." It's like this, like, ongoing, like this,
It
like, thing we
it is
have.
a
But
very
I have to say, I have not said it lately.
I don't think you said it last collective. I never know if it's a joke or if it's real. Just
Yeah, same.
depends.
Same.
You did give me a break this collective. I do fully think I like had my job last collective, but the collective before I do remember that my job was on the line per the usual.
Like,
So
I just, like yeah, I wanna build that MO, make it seem special, like, create like, build fear, like,
that or else.
that or no, I have not said okay, first of all, like I said, if there is anyone who shows up, it's you, dude.
Okay, so I had to laugh when you were reading the 5-star review. And she said, I felt like you were my best friend. And I literally thought to myself, oh, she's not mean to you. So you wouldn't.
Like, no, maybe you felt like I was your best friend. Okay, by the way, can we say how we met? Like, why don't you
Oh,
tell everyone?
okay. Okay, so I was in collective. And I think, what was it? Our
And you
second
could also tell,
class.
yeah, a little bit of, like, your test taking story at the same time if you want, while you're
Okay, so I am a multiple time test taker. I was headed to take my test for the fourth time. Somebody suggested study notes, so I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot at this point because I had got a 397, which is the worst. So I came to class, and when I was thinking about
Wait,
the
by the way,
iPad,
anyone listening, if you don't know, like, you don't know your score if you pass. You only know your score if you do not pass. But you
yes,
do know that, like, you need a 400 or higher, whatever that means, right? To
yes,
pass the test. So, like, if you get a 397, you know you were effing close. That's how
yeah,
it works, by the way.
it was a real fun,
Yeah.
solid kick to the dick. I'm going to be honest. So I feel as though my collective was the first collective with the iPad because you guys were using the whiteboard before, and I do not think I experienced whiteboard. I definitely think that I was the first iPad group.
That was a big deal.
So
That was a big transition.
that
I
was a
used to
very
teach
large
this shit, like,
transition.
we actually should post some footage, maybe, like, on the Behavior Bitches Instagram of, like, what the classes look like taught in, like, a dark closet with, like, a whiteboard. Yeah, we'll try find it.
So I got the iPad. I can't remember which class it was, but you guys were like, "Oh, who's going to be the next behavior bitch?" And I was like, "I am. That's going to be me," not knowing what was going to happen. So then, as we got closer to the end of collective, I slid into your DMs. You know how it goes. And I was so irresistible that you couldn't say no to me because I asked you for tutoring. So
And I
it's making
wasn't
me
really
laugh.
tutoring, I don't think I was, like, tutoring at
You
the
weren't,
time.
I don't think you were doing any of that. So you told me how much it was going to be. I can't remember how much it was, but you were like, here's what I'll charge you. And I was like, okay, great. I'll pay it at this point. So we met for tutoring. I think by the third time we met, you were like, we're just friends now. You don't have to pay me. And so we were just friends at that point. So then when I passed my test, you offered me a job, I think in June of 2020. So then that is how it started.
I
So
did?
you did.
Oh,
And
like,
I
the
was just like a
collective.
little baby. I was just like a little baby. And so you were like, well, why don't you come and you can run the chat for collective? So that's how it started. So I ran the chat and I updated the outlines as we went because remember, those were a hot mess.
Oh my g you
I
know,
know.
like, I gotta say, one of the advantages of, like, teaching these collectives is that I feel like I get, like, first dibs of, like, amazing candidates. I mean, there's so many amazing people, and, like, we come into contact with, and it's, like, if anyone ever asks, like, it's NABA hiring, it's never like a formal hiring process. Like, it's like you're just in the right place at the right time, and, like, you're amazing. So feel like I get first dibs of, like, candidates. It's like, this person has it, Uh, because maybe they're not applying for a job, they're in my class, and I'm seeing, like, they show up, they do the work, whatever it is, and so that's, like, how it happened with you. So you started like that. Then you did you teach your own collective, or, like, you taught one with Casey maybe? Or with
The one that I ended up doing with Casey was when you were out. You weren't in maternity leave yet. You were in the process of having KK, and you just couldn't function anymore. So then it was me and
there was
Casey.
never maternity leave.
I know there was never a maternity leave, but you were like in a recliner, really swollen. You weren't coming to, you weren't making it. You were
Oh,
like on the brink of death.
dude, like, yeah, like, the girth of my neck was, like, girthy. It was like I was
You
like
couldn't even lay down flat. You had to like sleep in the recliner. It was bad. So,
yeah.
yes, I helped teach. I would say that was the one that was my first like official full one where I was not just like a pop in
You got to
substitute.
show up. You were like
I
you got to
did
step up.
because before I was just like a substitute. So if you could make it or Casey couldn't make it, I would step in and be the co-teacher. But now I feel like it says co-teacher, but I just feel like we're both teachers. Like we both teach the class and there's not really like a co-teacher, but maybe that's just me.
Right. Totally. So, then Danielle passed. She got Cooper Brook tattooed on her arm.
I did.
Uh, what else? That's it?
I mean, that's it. I mean, what else is there? I don't know. I passed, got a Cooper book tattoo. I love being a BCBA. It's like my favorite thing in all of the world. It's not who I am, but I definitely enjoy it. It's fun.
Danielle is a lot, okay? You're gonna hear this. No, not like that, like, she's just, like, has a lot of interests.
I do have a lot of interests.
So
I do.
okay, so today's podcast also this is a bonus episode, mainly on because I wanted to make Danielle happy and finally have her on, like, do her a favor, and
See what I'm
also,
talking about? This is what I get. Like, it's never like there's always like a backhanded comment.
like, no one else could come, so Danielle's here,
Right,
and,
exactly. So we're gonna use you because you're a good substitute. Thanks.
um, no, this because actually with my whole new setup here, first of all, I think it's a good time for people to, like, actually get to know that, like, by the way, it's myself and Danielle teaching the classes every Monday and Wednesday night. So if
Mhm.
you're wondering what the classes we're talking about the collective, which is Study Notes ABA's main product, um, and that is our how would you explain it, Danielle?
Well, it's how you are going to study for your board exams because you're taking a very difficult test. The book is difficult to read. It's like trudging through the mud at some point. And so, what Collective is a really fun way to learn what you need to learn to pass the exam. I think we do a really great job of making it funny and exciting and also helping people understand and break down the science because it can be really dense.
Yep, we take all the notes with you, we draw them out, we have
The notes are the best part.
like, you're never getting, like, slides presented to you, the examples are always different, inappropriate whatever's going on in our lives, you'll know, like, if
Oh, I think what I love the most is for each collective, right? Because it's Monday and Wednesday nights. So you're in our house, right? Like you're in my house, in my room. So like you get to experience me, and you kind of just become this family because people are coming into your house every Monday and Wednesday night and they get to experience your dogs or your kids or like whatever is going on in your pajamas, right? We're just there and we show up and we teach you what you need to do, but we also become a family. And when you were talking about the notes, it made me think about my notes. So my notes are what, 5 years old, and they're still in the notebook. I will never get rid of those notes. They're so important to me. I think that's how everyone feels when they roll through SNABA is like those notes are like
yeah, like, the
gold
like,
standard.
that's the idea, like, because like, when, like, putting all the collective stuff together or, like, what you need to study for this test, I was like, "Dude, this is so" like, "this shit could be so boring, like, we've gotta make this interesting." So, like, make your notes, like, an like, literal art project, use your best handwriting, get the best pens, get crayons, get, oil pastels, like, whatever it is, right? That is the
Yeah.
idea of it that, like, you are so proud of these notes, like, they're hanging up, they're like, "This is, like, something that I've worked so hard on." Like, if there was a fire in my house, I'm taking my effing notes, even though I've already slayed this beast.
Yes,
That's the idea.
absolutely.
So, uh, that brings me actually to wanting to talk a little bit about the 5th to the 6th edition, um, change that has happened. So if anyone's listening and you know you're gonna be taking the test soon or you are studying to take the exam, you're probably aware that the BACB, which is our certifying board, made the change this year as of January 1st that we moved from the 5th edition, what was called the task list, to the now 6th edition test content outline. Don't ask me
Mhm.
why the hell they felt the need to not call it the task list anymore. I mean, maybe like whatever. I mean, it just confuses people more. It's the same thing.
I I feel like what else is there to do? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I tease jokingly, ha 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 ha, to say like you just put lipstick on a pig because you just changed the name, but the information is the same.
Good
So
one, Danielle.
thank you.
Good one. Good one. Okay, yeah, no, but it is like so anyone like a lot of people. I mean, that's what the messages we've been getting most now. People are freaking out, like, "Oh my god, I took my program. It was on the 5th edition task list." Like, by the way, anytime that we hear at like Study Notes ABA that there's going to be a change in the task list, like we're on that shit. Like when did that newsletter come out? Was it 22?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know, but we started working on that. My gosh, what, a year and a half ago?
Yeah, a year and a half ago. I think the newsletter might have come out in 22. So like we knew about this change coming.
Yeah, they're
Um,
pretty good about letting you know years in advance a change is coming.
l and, like, as a business, like, every time that letter comes out, it's like, "Fuck." We literally have to redo every product on our website. So, like, every mock exam on our website has been updated. Everything is 6th edition now. Um, every class, like our collective, these last collectives have been a lot of work, like heavy, like switching from the 5th edition to the 6th edition. But it's also been a cool opportunity just because it,
We've done some revamping.
yeah, it kind of like gives you the opportunity that like now that you're moving everything around to revamp and make,
Well, and
and
I think
make it better. Our collectives have like when I think about what I was teaching you when you were a student versus like the what we get into now, I'm like, LOL, that like that's that was the class. I mean, it obviously
well,
worked, but I'm like, and we've gotten way better than that. So
right. Oh, I would agree. I think people have PTSD from the 4th edition task list to the 5th edition task list because we got a new textbook and there was such a humongous change. But this change from the 5th edition task list to the 6th edition test content outline is really like information wise. What they've changed is the name. They've changed wording on the test content outline. So in the 5th edition, things were called like define and provide. And then now we're saying identify and distinguish. I think for me,
that's
the
like
biggest,
annoying. Like that's like, by the way, like
again, this is why I said lipstick on a pig. This is now, do you get it? Now, do you get my
no, no, no. I got it
reference?
before. I liked it. I liked it that you used it. It
Oh,
was cool.
you did enough.
It
So,
was- no, but
I,
for real, it's really like what the changes. Also, something different about this test. Anyone wondering is actually like the how many questions per section there.
that,
The what's the word for that?
so to me, that's the biggest change. So what they've done is on the 5th edition task list, B and G were really heavy. There were like 35 questions ish in each of those sections. So they were really heavy. In the 6th edition, they've done a where they've changed it where things are more evenly distributed. And so B and G have less. They're in the 20s, which kind of evens out the other questions percentage wise. So there's not such two heavy sections and things are more equal. Also, what they've also done, again, lipstick on a pig, is that where like on B11 was define and provide examples of discrimination, generalization, and maintenance. So all three of those things were together. On the test content outline, they've just made those individual things. So B13, B14, and B15. Or so they've taken something that was grouped and then separated it out also. So I think that big change is the number of questions per section.
But as a studier, this shouldn't make a difference to you because like whether there's going to be 40 questions on one section or 33 questions on that section, like you're going to be studying that section the same. Like you're not going to
Right,
be like,
exactly.
"Oh, I'm going to study like you're going to be studying it the same." So like anyone who's freaking out, let this be your us telling you like chill out, you're good. Also, if you're taking any of our classes, we've totally got you. We've been
Oh,
transitioning this shit over for
well, and if you have
a
the
long
Cooper
while.
book, you're fine. Like that's what you need to study. So if you have the appropriate resources, then you're good to go. Like again, it's an outline. I think that's a large piece of it too is it's just an outline.
Right. And the science hasn't changed.
Correct.
So that's good. All right. So with that being said, I just wanted to go over these like few little housekeeping things before we really get into the bullshit today. This the rest of the episode literally is complete just like I want to shoot the shit and try out these new fun segments with you and see how they go.
I'm here for it.
All right. So everyone, if you are listening, by the way, today's episode is coming out when our next collective is starting. It is starting today. If you're listening, January 13th, tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have our collective, which you could join. And actually, tonight you could join for free with our Try
Hmm.
Before You Buy. You'll see it on our Study Notes ABA website on the home page. It says try night one of the collective. Try before you buy. Come join. See if you like us or not. If you don't like us, that's fine. Don't tell us. Just don't come back. If you like us, come back. Everyone likes a
I
taste
feel
test.
like everybody comes back, to be honest.
Right. Well, they don't tell us because we tell them don't say it.
That's true.
No,
Good
I'm
point.
kidding. No, but when you come, like, you'll see it's something that's very actually hard to describe, the community, the energy. You'll be like, "Wait, I don't feel like I'm studying here." Like, seriously, please, like, pour yourself a glass of wine, like, whatever you drink, a vodka soda, I don't know, whatever you drink, and show up. That's all we ask. We'll do the rest
Yes.
for you. Show up. We'll make it fun. We'll make it funny. We think we're hilarious. LOL. All right, Danielle, we have a few segments that we could try out today.
Okay.
And the first one I'm going to try out, or we're gonna stick to a classic one that has now become a classic since we've done it for 3 shows. So that's how long it takes for something to become that's the criteria for something to become a classic. So, we're playing this or that, okay?
Okay.
And this also helps people get to know who's gonna be their teacher, this collective,
I'm nervous because you came up with these questions and I feel like I just don't trust you.
okay?
But I'm ready to play this or that. And I will give you my honest answer.
Okay, beach or mountains?
Ooh, beach.
Okay, I like mountains.
For
One night
someone who's
stand
cold all
w
of the time, that's very interesting.
no, I know. I mean, I like mountains, like, if my hands were kept warm.
Got it.
But
Criteria.
no, yeah. Alright. Also, I can't be in the sun either, like, with my lupus, I can't, like, lay out on a beach, so, like, there's really nowhere for me to
Oh.
go, so I just have to choose one poison that I like.
So when we go on a vacation, we're not going to the beach. No
No, we
topless
will,
beaches for us.
I have to wear, like, a full-on, like,
We'd have to go
long
to a topless beach. So you just have like to have a big hat.
no, 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 we're going to, like, a fully dressed, like, I literally can't be in the
Oh,
sun or I get a lupus flare-up, I can't be in the cold or I lose fingers, it's just, like, pick your poison. Matching lock, choose your concurrent schedule, you know?
I
Okay.
agree.
Would you rather or sorry, this or that, or would you rather a
Same
one-night
thing.
stand or a friend with benefits?
Ooh, friend with benefits. It's consistent. I don't, what if the one night stand is bad? Ugh, it's a waste.
Guys,
It's a waste
Danielle
of
is a
spreading your legs.
freak. Danielle is a freak. Like, literally
Okay, talk about concurrent schedule. Do I want to have potentially have okay-ish to bad
that's not why I'm
sex?
saying you're a freak.
I know, but I'm just saying this or that. Or a friend with benefits where you know, like you can like shape up what you want. It would just make more sense to friends with benefits it. Not spread my legs
No,
for just nobody.
no, but what if you, like, catch feelings?
For the one night stand? Oh, for
No,
your friend with benefits? Well, that's a requirement when you have a friends with benefits.
right, yeah, no, I also, like,
Do you also
first
agree?
no, I would say friends with benefit. I mean, a one-night stand, I couldn't. I'd be like, and I'd be like, "There's germs," and, like, "I don't know you," and "There's no connection here," you know?
Would you ask them to wear gloves? I'm gonna need you to wear these rubber gloves when you
Yes,
touch me because you have germs.
1,000%. That is literally yes. Alright, coffee or tea? Coffee. We already know.
Coffee for sure.
Mine would be bubble tea, actually, if there was, like, an option,
Yeah.
but oh, this is interesting for you. Actually, don't know the answer. DIY crafts or board games?
Ooh, well, what kind of DIY crafts?
I don't know, I don't
I
see
don't
you
know. I need more of an operational definition. What was my other option? DIY crafts or what?
board games. I don't see you being a board gamer.
I would I think I would well, I play board games with the kids. We play Dumb Ways to Die, which is very fun and very on brand for me. And then Uno. So maybe if those are my board game options, Candy Crush?
Oh, mine's for sure DIY craft you play Candy Crush?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Wait,
do.
why the hell don't you send me lives?
I didn't know that I needed to.
I
And I'm also
swear
not paying.
Candy Crush is crazy like that. Like, there's so many secret Candy Crush players.
Well, first of all, when you're playing Candy Crush, I'm asleep. You're doing one of those like ADHD, hyper focused, 2 o'clock in the morning
No,
Candy
I'm
Crush
not.
marathon.
No, I'm not. I have, like, something playing in the background and I'm playing I'm watching, like, Dateline with Candy Crush.
I know. I That's my favorite thing to do is play
I
Candy Crush
I
and
am
turn the.
shook. I had no idea you played Candy Crush.
I do.
Isn't it the most calming thing? What level are you on?
Yes. Like 300 and I hadn't played for a while.
Oh,
And
this
then
is, like, new. I'm not
I
trying
just
to
got
brag,
back
but
into
I
it.
am
This doesn't surprise me that you're telling me. Let me look. I'm looking right now. I think it's
I
like 300 60 something because I didn't
Oh,
play for
that's
a while, but I got
cute. That's so
I know,
cute.
just a little baby Candy Crush player.
N I didn't wanna tell you what I am because you're gonna
That I wouldn't be
what do you
surprised.
think? What do you think?
I'm at 389, okay?
Okay, what do you think I'm at?
Oh my gosh, probably like in the 600s.
What about in the wait, the fuck? What about in the 6,000s?
No, you're not.
Yes. Do you play? 6,421.
I feel like we need to find you something else to do.
Why? I'm so good
I
at it,
mean,
obviously.
I feel as you're very good at it.
No, no, no. That is my only calm time. Like, when I'm playing
That's
Candy Crush and, like, watching TV, it's like, that is, like, the perfect amount of stimulation I need. Like, I love the vibrations of it, like,
I know that's my favorite. That's
Sugar
very reinforcing.
Crush. Okay, so I have wanted to do an episode on Candy Crush, like, forever, then I thought, like, it wasn't, like, on like, I think there's
Well, we
so many
should
beha
schedule it so
wait, wait,
that you
wait,
could
here's the real
cancel.
question, here's the real question, and I think I know your answer, but if I hear you have another answer, I'm gonna be really shocked.
What?
Do you do you ever pay for things?
Ooh, I have paid for
You have?
things. I have paid for things, but I haven't since I've started playing a game. Sometimes you like it just gets you and you have to buy like the extra lives.
Okay, first of all, never
What if you only had one
I
jelly
I
left?
did not see you doing that. Okay, first of all, I have bought things and it's, like, actually, like, this past year, I've been like, "Whatever," I'm, like, splurging. I'm like, "S Saturday night, I could either be out or I could just pay $4 for, like, 30 gold bars," you know? I don't know. Like, I swear that's my thinking.
I agree
Wait,
with
I didn't
you.
think you would that's wild. I did not think you would. But also, I don't wanna be rude, but never buy lives. Like that, you could, like, change the time on your phone. Like, just go to, like, set clock manually, like
Wow, you have like a Candy Crush loophole. Good to know.
yeah, always. You know me, a rule
I do know.
breaker.
Yes.
But then it sucks, like, if you, like, are playing for so long and then, like, now you wanna go play later, and let's say it's, like, you wanna play it 14 hours later, right? And now 14 hours later is, like, you already, like, gave yourself that it was, like, 20 hours later, so you're, like, negative lives still when you go in.
That is a
It's
bummer.
no, it's like it's a but yeah, definitely don't buy that. Buy, like, like, boosters and stuff. Whoa, I'm so shocked by that. Do you like to plan everything or totally spontaneous?
Ooh, I feel as though
You
because
like to
of the
plan
no,
everything.
I would say I am pretty flexible and go with the flow. I think that comes from being a special education classroom teacher where I always had a plan, but that plan never worked out. So at this point, I just fucking roll with it. I don't
Alright.
give a shit.
Okay, let's see here. Strip club night or wild house party?
Ooh, that's a hard one. My heart initially said strip club, but I think wild house party.
Really? I
Yeah, like
imagine
my
you, like,
heart was
liking a
like,
strip club.
you what?
I feel like you'd like a strip club. I go in there and I, like, sanitize the chair that I sit on. I, like
I have been into several. I mean, my heart initially was like, "Ooh, strip club," but I feel like I have never experienced a wild house party, so I would like if we're doing this or that, I would want to experience a wild house party. But there would need to be a pool. Be my requirement.
okay. Um, there's just okay, I'm gonna only pick a few more, but this is just fun for me also. Okay. Mm, tattoos or piercings? Danielle likes tattoos.
I do love a tattoo. I do love a piercing. I did see this one piercing yesterday, and it was called the Ashley, and it's like in your lip, and I was kind of like, I kind of like that, but I probably wouldn't be able to wear that to work. So
Anal or navel?
my butt or my belly button,
Yeah. Anal or nasal?
I like like my butt or my nose.
Yeah.
What am I put like? Am I just picking my butt or my nose, or am I putting something in it?
Um, no, you're putting a finger in it.
You're putting a finger in it. My finger or someone else's?
Someone else's.
Ew, definitely my butt. I'm not putting someone else's finger in my nose.
Okay, now if it's your
I have standards.
okay, that wasn't even on the list. I just made it up. Would you rather have an edible or a tequila shot?
An edible. Ooh, I don't know. I've never had an edible. I feel like I know
I
you're surprised, but I have not ever had an edible.
No, I could
I
tell you
are
would never give up control. I would have an
I
edible
yes.
any day
I
over
feel like I
tequila.
would just have the most weirdest experience ever, so I do not want to experience that. So definitely a tequila shot. I've
I
done
think
several
I
tequila
think we
shots at
should
the
take
end
an
of
edible
Collective.
together. I think we should take an edible together. We'll
Oh my
leave
god,
Texas, obviously BACB, don't report us. We're gonna go to Colorado
Colorado.
and we're gonna take an edible together.
Okay, I feel like we need monitoring, but it's fine. We can do it.
Why? We'll talk so much ABA, it'd be fun.
Okay, those are very tame for this or that. I'm very surprised from you
Yeah.
that that was tame. Are you just easing people? Is this like a beach entry? You're like easing people in?
Which other which is that innocent?
What? Well, I feel like they were very tame, but proceed. What
Okay,
is our
now
next game?
next question. Now these are questions that this is our next game we're playing called Do You Know Your Friend? Okay, so we're gonna test our friendship.
Oh gosh.
And there's
Okay.
no like really wrong answers here. These are like just things I want to try out. So I realize if anyone's like listening in, also if you guys let us know which of these do you think would be cooler. Um, Danielle's going to be coming on regularly, so I want to know like which of these segments interest you guys listening. So let us know. All right. If someone looked through my search history, these are questions whether you know me. Okay. What's the weirdest thing you think they'd find?
Oh my god. Uh, First of all, there's no question there will be something weird. Let's see. A labiaplasty. Um the biggest the biggest dildo. Like that meme with the guy with the giant dick that you love to send me randomly. And you love to like make it where it like opens up and it's just like the huge like your search history is so questionable because your ADHD is like, oh, I should look up what's the
Wait,
biggest
can we
butt plug
also
ever made.
please give some context to the labiaplasty? Like everyone's gonna
Okay,
assume here that I have like a dangly labia. Can you please like
but this is your own fault. You made me believe that you were going to get a labiaplasty. This is our friendship right here. I never know what's the truth, so I'm like, okay. You texted me. I can't even remember because it was so long ago.
I
But you
do.
texted me. Tell the story because I just know that you told me you were going to get
So like
your a
sometimes when we're teaching
labiaplasty.
like whoever's like leading the teaching right then, the other person might text the other person like, "Hey, like slow down. By the way, this person in the chat had a question," whatever it is, right? So like it's
Yes,
usually like, "Yo, you're like going too fast," or like, "Can you go back to slide 3?" Like we'll send each other a text because like we both have like our messages that will pop up on our
Zoom.
or maybe it might have even been a Zoom message. I'm not sure if it was a text or a Zoom message, whatever, we're teaching.
No, you sent it to me in a text. I remember now because you texted me and said you're getting a
I was getting surgery
labiaplasty.
tomorrow, which was true. I was
Yes,
getting surgery the next day.
in the middle of class, which means the
While she's
response
teaching, so
time.
she, like, sees her phone quickly, and you're
Yeah,
like,
so
"Oh,
the
no, I didn't know you're getting surgery." So, like, obviously, students are writing down whatever it is. She has a second to check her phone, like, "Oh, no, what's going on? You didn't tell me."
and you told me you were getting a labiaplasty,
You're
which
like,
then I
"What's
had.
that?"
Yeah, I had to Google, and then you were like, "They're so long that they get caught in my zipper when I go to zip my pants up." And I was like, "What? I'm sorry." Like, and what the best part about it is the response time on your part of like, I'm like, "What the heck?" And then you're
No,
just
the
like
best
over
part
there
is
teaching your
watching your
part.
face, like, while you're, like, teaching or something, like, turn up. Like, you could, like when you send someone something in the chat and, like, you see their face, like, get all, like, weird,
Yes.
wanna smile or, like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, like, it sucks, like, it always gets caught in my zipper."
Yes. So I feel like something ridiculous, like some type of ridiculous. What's the
You're totally
longest
right, and then I
dick?
started like, Googling what a labiaplasty looks like, then I'm, like,
Right.
sending
And then you
Danielle
send me
pictures, and
pictures.
I'm like, "This
Mhm.
one looks more similar to what mine looks like." I find, like, a long one.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think you went with it until like the end, and then you're like, "Just kidding."
I was actually just getting, like, my finger amputation fixed. I literally think, something they had to, like, redo something at the end of my finger. Don't worry, not like a full, like,
Probably.
finger cut. It was, like, just, like, a little cleanup, nothing big. Alright, so that is a good one. Okay. Good. This is how well you know me. Good. Next question. No, no right, no wrong, but I'm actually impressed by what you came up with.
Thank you.
Okay, here's one. If you had to brag about me to someone, what's the first thing you'd say? No rude answers.
Oh my gosh. Well, if I had to brag about you,
Mhm.
I would have to say that I would have to tell them that you are like uber creative. So if we can get you in that creative spot, you just like blossom and you can just see all of the ideas like formulating in your brain and you have are very creative.
Thank you.
And
Just
you're so
just to get me
welcome. But
there,
that's what
to
I would
get me
say.
there. It's hard.
To get you there, it is hard to get you there sometimes.
Right. Okay. If I you heard I got arrested, what would you immediately assume I committed?
I don't even know. I don't I don't know what it wouldn't be anything scandalous, I don't feel like. If you got arrested, probably multitasking in your car and driving and causing an accident.
Really? I ate
That I feel like that I don't know what I don't
That's
feel
so
like you would
funny.
ever get arrested.
I asked AJ this question last night, and he was like, "Oh, for sure, like, housing someone in your house who was, like, a drug addict or something, like, you met them on
Oh
the
my
street."
god,
He's like,
yes.
"You met them on the street, like, you felt bad for them, you heard their story, and the next
He's
thing, they're
right.
like, 'Dude, this is,
Listen,
like, the biggest person in the cartel.'"
that's on brand for you, 100%.
That was
That
such a good
I
answer,
would
right?
trust and yes, that is it. That's the answer.
Because, I mean, not that
No,
this happened, but,
but
like,
let's pause.
remember,
Let's
like, the one nanny that, like, Kobe had? Like, I had, like, the 27-year-old son of hers, like, living with me, like,
okay. So
legit.
let's give them some context. You love a person and then you fall in love with a person and then you make all of the exceptions for these people who randomly live in your house and so you like got the nanny and then all of a sudden like her son and then somebody else and then we were all like kick them out and you're like I can't. So you have very such a very nice thoughtful heart that sometimes leads you astray.
Thank you. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, last one. What's
Okay.
something about me that's totally predictable, but in a cute way?
You will absolutely be right on time or late.
You think it's cute? Not
No,
really,
I don't think it's cute, but I'm just saying that's very predictable. I mean, it's cute sometimes. It doesn't bother me, but I
because
would
'cause you're
put money
also
on.
there.
I'm
Because 'cause you're,
also
like,
where.
grinding right before, you're, like, getting a workout in or something.
Well, I know, I agree. I'm just saying if I was going to say something predictable about you, it is that you are going to be late or right on time. But here's the thing with you right on time. It's like I'm right on time, but I need to wrap up this thing right on
Oh,
time.
you have to, like, listen to whatever the end of the last thing I'm doing is.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
That's true.
Always, every time.
Every time. Okay, so that's cute. Okay, now, dun, dun, dun. Did you like that segment? Yes, no?
It was all right. I mean, I feel like you wouldn't necessarily be all of the time.
Yeah, because you can't really do it with everyone who doesn't know you.
No, it was all right. I
Okay,
give it like a 4 out of 10.
okay. Um, next one. You ready?
I'm ready.
This next one, I'm gonna give you it's fuck, marry, kill. It comes from our SAFMed
Okay.
deck.
Okay.
I pulled out 3 random SAFMeds before I came on today, and I pulled out 3 random ones, so it's 3 random behavioral terms. I'm gonna give them to you, and
Okay.
you get to play FMK. Anyone who doesn't know, that's fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
No wrong answers. Ready?
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right, your 3 terms are automatic reinforcement,
Mm.
generalized condition reinforcer,
Mm.
and high P request sequence, aka behavior momentum.
Okay. For sure, automatic reinforcement, fuck. Because I mean, and then generalized condition
Why?
reinforcers,
What do you mean?
marry.
Cause I mean? Like, you gotta
Because
explain to
I
anyone
was just thinking
listening.
about my vibrator for automatic reinforcement, and then I was thinking like I was fucking myself automatic. I don't know, that's where my brain went with automatic reinforcement. So I would fuck automatic reinforcement. I would marry generalized condition reinforcers because who doesn't love money or praise, and then I would kill high probability request sequence. It's all right. I mean, it's good, but I mean, I'm not out of the other two, I'm keeping the other two.
I think that's a
I
good
just went
decision.
right to
I
my
actually
vibrator. I couldn't. I like it. I feel like I should have like
oh,
an affiliate link for the wand as much as
wait, I
I
actually
recommend
needed
it and collective.
dude, literally,
What?
you just said that. That was one of the questions that someone wrote. We wrote, like, "Any questions for us on the episode tomorrow?" They're like, "Danielle talks about this wand a lot. Is she like, does she sell the like, is there, like, some connection to it? Can you tell
No,
everyone
it
about
is
this wand that you talk about, like,
okay.
as if
So
this magic
it's called
wand?"
it's called the magic wand. Don't act like you didn't have one at one point. Do you
Yeah, I
still
bought
have
it because
it?
you told me to. I literally don't think I wouldn't even know where
You
it's located.
Oh, that makes me sad for you. Okay, so the magic wand, one best vibrator ever. I'm sure someone will disagree with me, but I love an outside vibrator. I'm not like I don't need it inside. It's a whole thing. Anyway, magic wand always delivers. Buy the one that plugs in. You cannot go wrong. You can use it on yourself. You can use it on your partner. You can use it together. Um,
You could use it
it's
on
my
your neck.
favorite. It is a vibrator, so you can use it on your
Wait,
neck.
I remember when I
It's
did buy
small.
it, one of the this is I you probably have never done this. This is also because Danielle like, this is like a one of Danielle's values, like, she, like, needs to, like, get off daily, whatever it is. And dad, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, but, like
I know. I need him to not look at me strange when he sees me in the
okay,
office. It's just self care. I'm just self caring myself.
okay, you for sure have never done this.
What?
Have you ever, like, put it
I'm
up to your
nervous.
nose when it's on? Not, like, smelling it, that's creepy. You get the best sneeze of your life.
That is not what I use it for
No,
typically, but
I'm being
I can
serious.
try that.
No, like, if you need to get a good sneeze out, I dare you and try not sneeze.
Why do I need to get a good sneeze out? Like, is it stuck? Like, I don't understand. It also makes me sad that we're using your vibrator
This
to get
just
a good
shows how
sneeze
not
and
like,
not
this
its
just shows how
true
much my
purpose.
Zoloft affects my sex drive that, like, I'm like, "Oh, this seems like a good idea to make me sneeze."
That is not what I'm using mine for. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't wanna smell yours, so probably don't put yours up to your nose.
ew, no, ma'am. I clean things. Oh my God. And I don't smell. Thanks. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're a terrible friend. I smell great. I taste great. It's fine.
Oh my god, okay. So, that actually I mean, we had another segment to go through, but I think, like, we've probably, like, made good time now. Like, it was, like, about, like I'm trying to be trendy with the whole you're a TikToker.
Yeah.
Like, would you know about these different things that Julia asked about? She's like, "Put these in, ask her." Like, how do you feel about Paige DeSorbo and Craig Conover's breakup? Like, do you know about this?
I feel as though Julia thinks that I have a lot of time. And I love that she thinks I have a lot of time, but literally I get on TikTok and like scroll
She
and
has
then go
0
to
time,
bed.
she's literally vibrating all day, like, and playing Candy
I
Crush and
I
tutoring.
am working out. I go to work. I pick up my kids. I work again. And then I like have to like do mom things. And then I do a little bit of TikToking and go to bed. Like,
Like,
I don't
okay.
even know who that is. Like, I don't know who that is. So
Okay,
sorry, Jules.
um, Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively lawsuit. I've at least, like, heard of this.
I've heard of that. I kind of know what is going on, but I
Who's
don't.
defaming who? Girl power, sorry.
She is defaming him, but I think he has evidence that her claims are not true. I think that's where I have the little bit that I gathered. Also, when I'm on TikTok, I like watch hair TikToks or watch makeup TikToks
Like, you don't
or
have time
clothes.
for this, like yeah, you're not a gossiper.
I don't do a lot of like celebrity gossip.
Okay, and last thing, um oh, wait. Okay, this is the last one last thing. First of all, Julia wants to know if there's any conspiracy theories that you believe.
Oh gosh. Um I feel like the 9/11 one is a good conspiracy theory to believe in, that it was like a whole thing. I
Really?
don't know. I feel like Julia loves a conspiracy
Dude,
theory.
like, literally, it's all we hear about at the office. I'm like, "Okay, Julia, we get it.
I don't
Everything's a
know.
conspiracy theory." If
I
you
don't have a lot of bandwidth to do a conspiracy theory, so I feel like it requires a lot of extra bandwidth because you got to do like a deep dive, and I just don't have that in me.
Oh, I just thought of a good
So,
segment. We're not gonna do it now, but I want Martha or Julia to write this down. I think a really good segment we should do is have people share their For You page on Instagram. I wanna see what's on people's For You page. Isn't that a good one? That's fun.
isn't For You page on TikTok?
No, I'm talking about, like, on Instagram when you could see, like, the feed of, like, if you hit the search, like, what the
Oh, yeah,
things that
yeah,
would come
yeah.
up. That would give an idea of, like, who you are.
What was the other game we were gonna play?
Oh, we could do that one. That's the last one.
Okay.
This is me, like, being on trend. Okay. We listen and we
And
don't
we don't
judge.
judge. Ugh, I'm very nervous for this. All right.
Okay, so wait, it goes like that, right? We say it together, we say we listen, and then who's
Then
gonna
we
say something
don't.
first?
Well, we can play it two ways. I can say things about you, or I can say things about myself. I'll probably just say things about
No, 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 no,
myself.
no, we only talk about ourselves. That's bitchy. Don't even. Your job is fucking on the line.
I it's fine. I just hope there's a few that you put out there. Okay, so I'll go first. We listen and we
We
don't
don't judge.
judge. And this is gonna I am not good at changing my sheets. So I don't change them a lot. Like as much like people change them like once a week. I don't know how they have time for that. That is not how often I change my sheets.
We listen and we
And
don't
we don't judge.
judge. I have so much to say about your sheets in particular, but I'm not saying anything. Okay,
Exactly.
because we listen and we don't judge. You know, this is a loving
Okay.
environment here at Behavior Bitches. Um, next, we listen and we don't
Listen and we don't
judge.
judge.
Sometimes I eat my boogers.
That is true.
How do you know?
I have seen you.
What? I forget we're on Zoom sometimes.
It doesn't matter. The things that you do, you just do them without like thinking. Yes, I have seen that. I haven't said anything because I love you. I just let it go because we don't judge here.
Okay, you have one?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think about another one that would be like
Okay, fine, I have
worthy of
one.
we listen and we don't judge. Okay, go ahead.
We listen
Listen and we
and we
don't judge.
don't judge.
Okay.
I'll let Kobe sometimes go, like, 3 nights in a week without, like, brushing his teeth because, like, I don't wanna fight. Maybe
Oh,
if it was,
that's a parent.
like, maybe 4, I don't know. I'm like, "Your teeth are gonna fall out at some point. YOLO."
He has baby teeth, so it's fine. Okay, here we'll do a kid one. All right.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. I definitely let my child probably listen to way too inappropriate music. He loves an Eminem. He loves a Kendrick Lamar.
Bro, sorry, that is nothing compared to you asking your daughter, like, if she needed a vibrator.
First of all, that is called manipulating an MO. And I have already explained to her that I am the sex expert and not her 12, 13-year-old friends because they really don't know what's going
You know what,
on.
Danielle, when you
So,
told me that, I said, "We listen,
so
we judge
don't.
silently. We judge silently."
First of all, would you not want your child to come to you and say, hey, here's what I'm thinking? And then you help them make safe decisions versus them going to their friends? Because I can only think about
I
what
wouldn't even
I
wanna
have
give her
done
the
as a
idea
kid.
that people are doing these things.
Okay, that's a very naive parent of you when you because you have a little, but literally the other day I was talking to Tate about my sister who's having a baby, and he goes, I thought that she was on those pills where she couldn't have a baby. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah, those pills that make you not have a baby. I go, what do you know about that? He was like, I don't really know, but I just know there's pills that make you not have a baby. So you just wait. Just wait.
Okay.
It is wild out here.
We listen and we don't judge
We listen, we don't judge. I
at
will
all.
randomly ask Lily to, I'll be like, are you sending nudes to your boyfriend? And she'll be like, oh my God, no. I'm like, okay, just checking on your reaction.
Okay. My last one, you ready?
I'm ready.
We listen
Listen,
and we don't
we don't
judge.
judge.
Sometimes
I'm
Kobe
ready.
bites my nipple when I'm breastfeeding him.
Oh, you're still breastfeeding him?
Yeah.
Mm, you are, huh? Do you enjoy that nipple bite?
Yeah, I think it's bonding between us when Kobe and I he breastfeeds.
How old
He's
is he now?
almost 4.
I love that you can stand up and nurse while you're making dinner.
Yes.
Comes to the
We
office after
listen.
school.
I'm just fucking with you guys. I never breastfed. That was the end of the show. That's what I wanna tell you guys. I never breastfed for a minute, but we listen and we don't
We don't judge.
judge. And
I do love
Danielle,
how you sold it with this. This is the experience I have, you guys, where she says it with a straight face, and so you're like, I don't know if this is real or not. So
and was it?
questionable. I don't know. I feel as though it could have been, but I know you well enough to know
Wait,
that
wait,
you.
wait. I just have to say something. Okay, and the show's about to end. Did someone just drop off coffee?
Oh my god! I swear to God, when I get there, no
One of
visitors
my
allowed.
boyfriends just dropped off coffee for the whole office.
I'm sad that I don't get
I
to experience the coffee.
Wait,
Which
wait. He
boyfriend
got
was it?
everyone's order? Wait, he got a chai latte for you? Wait, and
Oh my
Martha just went and got me
gosh!
Starbucks? The fuck? Oh, wait, then no, then let me give it to Zoe. It's a latte. No, Martha just got didn't you just get me one? Oh my god. Okay. Okay, there's my last one. We listen and we don't judge. One of my boyfriends just brought all of us coffee to the office. We
I love that
listen
for you.
and we
And
don't
we
judge.
don't
Thank you.
judge.
Dude. All right. Whoa. All right. So that is all we have for you today, Danielle. Thank you so much for coming on. This was fun. I'm sorry that you're working from far, so you can't get coffee.
I know that's the second time that's happened where we're working and one of your boyfriends has brought coffee to the office.
Like, coffees are so expensive. What's up with guys loving to buy coffees for this
It must be
office?
you. It must be what you have to give must be real good.
Thank you, Danielle. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening. Danielle, thank you for coming on. You guys, if you want to hear more
Of
of this
course.
banter, I think we were actually tame today, so this is good.
We were very tame today.
So thank you, Danielle, for taking the time to spend with me here, right now, right here.
I'm so glad to be here. I love it here.
Uh, everyone, thank you for tuning in. You know where you could find us. You could find us. Oh, well, first of all, I fix that, Alan. I wanted to say, if you like us, come join us. If you want to see if there's more, you want to hear more of us, come to class tonight. Tonight, class is starting. We're excited. Uh, we'll be there at 6:30, even probably a little earlier tonight because it's the first night of class. So get on, go to studynotesaba.com and you could join us for class tonight. Hit the Tribe Before You Buy Collective One.
Yes, hang
And
out.
you could find us for the podcast at behaviorbitches.com. You could go to Instagram at Behavior Bitches Podcast, Facebook at Behavior Bitches Podcast. And as always, love you, mean it.